We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check in. Switch up, lady.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the 50, it's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Second and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And an alley to run. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, go, go. 5-20.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A first catch there for the NFL's leading receiver in Week 1 in terms of yardage. Also a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 33. Big stop.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught here by Bell.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd down, Akers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
What's that? Tackles. Tight end right. Tight end right.
On 3rd down, Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. We're scoreless after 1. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Watch the safety.
Here's 2nd and 8. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. He's checking it. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Hey, check line 33. Check line 33. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike, check 33. 33.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Here we go, son. 33. Check line 33. He runs.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Bravo! Mike check 33. 33. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, check Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the shit. And 80.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down now, Akers looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
What's that? 33. You ain't going nowhere. No 80. Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Hey, Echo. 33. Check Mike 33. Go. Mike check 33.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
36 to Mike. Blue down. Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 9 now. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Kill, 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 kill.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 30-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 57. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 57 to Mike.
2nd and 3. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Breida. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. It's complete to Grant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better. Game plan.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check out, read.
Here's Bell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's get it.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, let's go. What we got? Hey, lady. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Hey, box drop. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
51's the mic.
To throw is Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Team six.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because when you score a touchdown.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the pass.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Lady, get off the field.
Darnold on 1st down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Lady.
Motion. Reset.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, he's going to go up. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 4. And this is caught. It's Parker. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Miami.
Shit! Kill!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on first down. Akers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Herndon's got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike check 33.
Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, high 7.
Check 33. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Now it's Darnold. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? It done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.